You know, when I was growing up, this was my Ferrari. This is a Daytona. There's a second one over here, and there's another one over here. These are such phenomenal pieces of art. I'm just in love. And we're going to talk to, this one's actually owned by Remo Ferrari, who's the local Ferrari dealer here in Ontario. So we're going to find him in a few minutes, and we'll talk to him about that. But look at this vehicle. Look at the lines. They're classic. Things like the door handle. If you look at the door handle, it's up here. And you actually pull it out. Why is it up there? Because a door handle would actually spoil the lines on the side of the vehicle. The side of the body is sculpted. A door handle would just ruin it. So, door handle's up there, door lock is down there. Classic Ferrari. 4 exhaust pipes. Another thing you should look for when you're looking at these type of vehicles is the lines are absolutely immaculate. When they do a concourse, the car is given 100 points. For any error that is in the car, a wrong screw, the wrong option, the horn doesn't work, well, they take a point off for that, or a half a point, and that's how these events are judged. They reduce the value of the points on the car, and that's the winner is the guy obviously with the most points. So these are 100-point cars. These are 99-point cars. That's almost unattainable. I know cars that come out of the factories that aren't 100-point cars. So these are specialty shops in California, and that's why I see most of these are American cars, because when I was doing research on mine, there's more Ferraris in California than anywhere else in the world, even Italy. So it's a phenomenal place. It's a phenomenal car. I'm just overwhelmed. So let's have a look some more. 308 GT4. Again, rear engine, mid-engine. So this would be a starter Ferrari, and then you'd move up to the bigger stuff. And here we got some Dinos. Now, let's have a look at this one. This is a development of a car which was known as a Ferrari Dino. It was actually sold as a Dino, who was Ferrari's son. He passed away, so they named the next Ferrari after him. And as the car developed, it got larger engine, more sophisticated, and became a 328 GTS. And that's an example right here. And this one is out of Illinois. So these are American cars. And again, here's another one. Actually, there's a whole row of them. I mean, that's a beautiful shot. Take a shot down there and look at all the noses of the vehicles.
Let's go down there.
Just beautiful. Now that's a 308 GTS. This one we're coming up to is a again, another 308 GTS. These are different years of the same model vehicle. Now you can remember, a lot of these cars are hand-built. And as a daily driver, it ain't worth nothing. But as a concourse vehicle, as a car that's special for the weekends, there's nothing like a Ferrari. We're with Mr. Doug Teague. How are you, Doug? Now you have got a delicious 456 GT, but it's an M model, right? It's the modified one.
The modified version came out in 1998.
Right.
The original car came out in 1993.
That's correct, yeah. And then 98, the modified. We have modifications include what? It has fog lights?
Well, the whole front end was revised just a little bit.
Now this is the one I'm restoring, by the way. I've got one of these that was punched in the nose, and we've got all this parts off, and we're actually into the frame, re-welding the frames. So tell us about this car. You drive it as a daily driver?
We ordered this car in 1992. Sorry, 2002. Not 2002. It's an M car. We ordered the color. We ordered the interior. When you order Ferrari, you can order anything you want.
So they custom make the car for you?
Absolutely.
Right. Now the M is reasonably rare. I mean, I know they made 1,500 of the others. How many M's did they make?
Oh, I think there were close to 1,500 M's also. From 98 to 2004 was the run of the M car. And M stands for modificato. In Italian means modified. And so they took the original car and they fixed up some errors and they made it look a little different. And they gave it a new nose and a new interior, and the car is still a beautiful car.
Now, people don't realize that this was the most expensive car in the line when it was being manufactured.
Yes.
Right? I mean, all the others have the glitz, but this really is where the money's at.
Well, this is a Grand Touring V12 front engine, rear-wheel drive Ferrari.
So complicated that in the back of the vehicle, under the trunk, there's actually a spoiler that moves at speed. The faster you go, the spoiler deploys and gives you suction in the back end. It's one of the, right?
That's correct.
It's well handling, blindingly quick, and yet it looks so conservative.
And I got 18 miles to the gallon driving 10 hours here from Washington, D.C.
Oh, you drove up from Washington, D.C.?
Absolutely. This is a driver car. I put on 27,000 miles on this car, and it's a wonderful car.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. So this is your daily driver. So it's more than just, it's a passion, but you get to enjoy it every day.
It's not my daily driver, but I drive it a lot.
Fascinating stuff. So what's your next step? You're going up to Mosport when they're going up to do some tracking?
We're going up on Saturday morning to Mosport. We're going to drive around the track and enjoy it there.
Well, we're going to be up there. And how about taking us around?
We could try and do that.
Perfect. We'll do that. So let's have a look at some of the features on the car. Headlights flip up and down, obviously, for aerodynamics. Like I said, there was a spoiler in the rear. There's actually a spoiler to keep the back end down. What else can you tell me?
Well, let me show you the engine. We'll go and pop the hood, and we can show you the engine and talk about it. Right in the center.
There you go.
This is a 5.5 liter 12-cylinder engine. It's a very interesting engine because it's really two 6-cylinder engines combined. You see there's an air cleaner here and an air cleaner here. This air cleaner takes air in from under here, comes through the air cleaner, goes into the engine on this side, and actually feeds the other side.
That's correct. The runners bring it over to this cylinder set.
Yes. So there's really two halves to the engine. Two 6-cylinder engines turns it into a V12.
And you should also understand that when it says 456, that is the cc size of each cylinder. That's how you identify Ferrari. So a 456 means that one cylinder is 456 cc's, right? Multiply that by 12 and you get the engine size, of which about a 5.2?
5.5 liters.
5.5 liter engine. And how many horsepower? I think
436.
Boy, can you get in trouble. I saw Cam Woolley here this morning. So, boy, you can get in trouble really easy. Now, it should also explain carbon fiber. Now, I remember this is 1998, 1992 when this was developed, and they were already into carbon fiber at that time.
Yes, in 98 they changed the shape of the hood and the front end, so it's a little bit different for 98 and beyond. But yes, it's a single piece carbon fiber hood,
Yep.
Makes a very smooth line. The headlamps pop up.
Right, and again, these are also carbon fiber. This is actually fiberglass. Really a well thought out, and for the technology, well ahead of its time. I love this car.
The best part of this car is it's a wonderful highway driver. You can run this across the country at whatever speed you want to drive, and it's just comfortable as anything.
Love it. Doug, thank you for taking time.